Guys, I've been doing more thinking on the topic of interpersonal relationships, and I want to make sure that I approach it with like kindness and however I can that's like appropriate. I personally struggle with interpersonal relationships pretty badly. And that goes for the fact that like I have had trauma and I am trying to find like ways around making new friends, identifying who is a friend rather than an acquaintance, and then not having to deal with the rejection that I feel so intensely when I make friends, because oftentimes like they're not a close friend. I think it's so important to identify the difference between a friend, an acquaintance, and like a long-term friend or family member. Like when it comes to family, I don't think that it's necessary that you have to be close with them. Same thing with like long-term friends. Like you can create that barrier and release that expectation that's been put on you for that sense. And then when it comes to identifying who's a friend now rather than an acquaintance, just like catching yourself, like, do I spend X amount of hours? Like what is your baseline for making friends? And do you put in that time, I think I struggle especially with this because I don't really understand the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. So it's just gonna be a lot of me like catching myself when I talk about friends or acquaintances, just people that I know, because when I'm in class I just say everyone's my friend, and that's not the case, and people may not identify as your friend. And then having that knowledge like predetermined helps you not go through rejection, because really it's you that's forcing the rejection on yourself and not the person, because they weren't, like, you haven't put in the hours, you haven't done anything to like make them think that you're a friend other than be in the room. So I think those are just a couple of things for now, like understanding the differences and like what steps you can take, like definitely making the effort to be a friend, someone reliable.